Hey everyone, I'm in Osaka. So I was hoping to get here by bicycle. However, I only made it to Atsumi Peninsula, and my bicycle broke down before I did. So I had to take the ferry across from Atsumi Peninsula and rode the train two hours, I guess it was, to Osaka. So here I am. I'm on a Ferris wheel. Yeah. I was hoping to have two girls come with me, but they were too afraid. About 30 minutes ago, I met two girls who had lived in California. Interesting girls, spoke English well. But I could not convince them to come on the scary red Ferris wheel. So unfortunately, I'm by myself talking to you. How boring. So, well, let me tell you a little bit about my trip. It was a pretty good ride. Let's see, I left Tokyo. After my class was a Wednesday, and I went to Ginza and bought an extra battery for my iPod, then took off. It was about 3 hours. It was less this time. I had a tailwind, I guess it was. It was about 2.5 hours to my buddy Mark's place in Fujisawa, and he made an excellent dinner for me. Oh, catch this. That's a pretty good view. The train station. So anyway, Mark made me a really good meal. That was great. And we had a lot of wine that night. I slept about 5 hours maybe. The next day I got up early and took off, and had not realized that the Hakone Pass was so high. It was it was over 800 meters high, which it wore me out. So, well, fortunately, I reached the top before I got my flat tire. On the way down, I was headed down only about a few minutes when my front tire gave out, so I had a puncture, a flat tire. So, let's look at. Behold Osaka. The sun's going down. It's a nice evening. Osaka. This is in Umeda. So the ticket cost 500 yen, a little less than $5. Not too bad. And I'm enjoying my time here. I confronted a couple Jehovah's Witnesses on the street and asked them why they were spreading lies, which is kind of fun. Actually, they're pretty nice. A husband and wife, a black American guy with his Japanese wife. Anyway, he's gonna email me. Convert me at the same time I'm trying to deconvert him, I guess. So, okay, where was I on my trip? Oh, the next day, yes. I made it over the pass. My tire blew. And I'm going to move to the other side so you can see the sunset. This is a better view, I think. So, my tire blew. So, I think I cycled for about 15 kilometers with a flat front tire. I hate to admit it, but it made me wipe out one time, put me into the soft grass one time because I was going too fast on a flat tire. So, however, I made it down the hill, found a bicycle shop fairly quickly. I had my front tire replaced, and again I was on my way. And but I got into a mood. I really ride better at night. I don't know what it is about night air that makes me feel so invigorated and feel so good. So I had a lot of energy. I was riding at night, and it was a little bit dangerous actually because the highway was quite narrow in that area. But then it was about midnight when I saw a sign for a hotel that didn't look too expensive. So it cost 3,800 yen for a short stay. It's like a love hotel where you can find romance. And so they only give you, I guess it takes only 4 hours to find true romance, evidently. But so I got a wake-up call at 5 a.m. by the woman, or nice older woman who ran the place. Well, time out. I have to show you around. This is a pretty good view. Osaka. There's a river back yonder. There's the sunset. So anyway, the interesting thing was, the woman's apartment has a hallway that opens up into all of the bathrooms of the hotel rooms. So luckily I had my clothes on when she came knocking, asking for money. So anyway, it was an interesting experience. A nice, big, comfortable room. So I had my sleeping bag and my pillow, but I decided that I wanted a shower to kind of relieve my tired legs. So the next day I rode first south and then I started west, and the wind was so strong that I had my bicycle in the lowest gear possible and was riding only as fast as I could walk against the wind. And at that time I was thinking, I'm going to give up because it was almost impossible. I looked it up later. When I finally got reached to McDonald's, I plugged in my computer in and looked up the wind index, and the wind was blowing at 37 miles an hour. I'm sorry, 37 kilometers an hour. And that's why I was not making any headway. When I had to go in the opposite direction, actually, I didn't have to pedal because my bicycle was taking me there without me having to do anything. So, well, finally, the wind started to die down in the evening, and I was making better progress, so I continued. Nobody's in the next cars. I'm safe. We're almost on top. Maybe I'll take a break to show you all of Osaka. That's it. We're headed down now. So, finally, I reached another hotel by a really large lake. It was really nice. And got a huge room with 2 beds, which I didn't need for just about probably $50 US. So it was all right. Once again, I took a nice hot bath. My legs are feeling pretty good, but I could tell that they were a bit fatigued, so I didn't want to stress them too much. Well, the next day I got up and I decided I don't want any wind, so I want to leave early in the morning because the wind is strongest in the middle of the day. They have so much wind on that peninsula or on that coast that the whole coast is lined with these huge windmills to generate electricity. So it was amazing. There's an airplane up there somewhere. Okay, I'll go this way for a moment. So, finally I made it to Atsumi Peninsula. I think I figured it was 361 kilometers I rode my bicycle. And I climbed the final hill. I wasn't going to climb any hills. I decided to face the wind by riding along the coast was preferable to to trying to fight the hills. You can pretty much gauge the wind. The wind is pretty constant, but you never know when you're going to round the corner and face a really steep slope. So I decided to go for the wind. Nice sunset, huh? So I decided that the wind was preferable, but when I got to Atsumi, there was one final mountain that was so beautiful I had to climb it. That's my weakness, is that when I see a mountain, I want to climb it. So I went and climbed it, and the pictures are on Facebook, and I think you'll agree that it was worth climbing. It was a beautiful view. I felt good. But when I was coming down the hill, I snapped one or two of my back spokes, and my tire was wobbling the last kilometer down to the ferry, which I intended was going to take both me and my bicycle across to the other side where I would continue my riding. However, with the broken spokes and my weary legs and my faltering willpower, I decided to just leave my bicycle there and go ahead and take the train, the 2 hours to Osaka here. So that's what I did. Well, it was a great ride. Maybe I'll try it again sometime with a better bicycle, more willpower and stronger legs at that point. So I'm going to buy a new bicycle when I get back. So anyway, it was a great ride. It's a good vacation. My allergies are acting up though, so I have my allergy medicine, but going through Hakone, the cedar pollen was terrible. But I'll survive. So tomorrow, I'm not sure what my plans are. I may head to Kyoto. That's a possibility. We'll see. Well, this is the first vacation I've had for a long time. First real vacation outside of Tokyo. I don't mind leaving Tokyo. I don't mind staying in Tokyo. But I discover whenever I leave Tokyo that Tokyo is the best place to be. Osaka's nice, Osaka's interesting, but nothing beats Tokyo in my opinion. So anyway, to all my Tokyo friends, I hope to see you soon. See ya. Bye-bye.